Hi, my name is Taylor Carlstrand, and I'm a Texan born and raised. And throughout my life, I've seen my fair share of what this wonderful state has to offer. From the fun to the haunting. And so far, we've explored the fun side of Texas. But now, I think it's time to explore the haunted side. And to do that, we're heading to Houston, Texas to take the Nightly Spirits Ghost Tour and Pub Crawl. So strap in for the ride. This is Exploring the Lone Star State. There are many haunted places within Texas, but when it comes to a Nightly Spirits Ghost Tour, you get to see two kinds of spirits. One's from beyond the grave, and one's from beyond a bottle.
So Nightly Spirits does a haunted pub tour. It's actually one of several tours that they do, but it's kind of how they were started. They do a haunted pub crawl where they visit 4 different locations, drinking locations. It's about 2.5 hours, give or take, and the guests get a drink at every stop, and they learn about the history and any haunted activity at that location. So people should expect a good time. They should expect to learn a lot about the city that they're in. And the whole purpose of Nightly Spirits is that it's as if you're drinking with your friends, except that one of your friends is dressed up in a costume and knows a crap ton more than you about history and ghosts. Working for a ghost tour is interesting. I had to learn a lot about the history and, of course, the ghost stories. But for me, it's a very unique kind of job because it gets me out on a weekend. I get to meet interesting people, and I get to educate them in certain ways about some interesting and gruesome facts about our history. People have experienced a lot of different things, and I never discount anybody's experience because a ghost story is what you believe it, and some people are more susceptible to that. And so people have experienced at one of our locations quite a bit of paranormal activity. They've experienced what feels like maybe a hand on their shoulder or a hand, even a tightness in their chest or throat. People have had their hair pulled on our tour as well as hearing things. Sometimes people also bring ghost hunting equipment of their own, and they sometimes get some really interesting documentation from that. So I talk about in my tour about how in one moment in an elevator that we go to visit, that 3 girls were taking a picture. It was after I had already done my stories, and they were taking a picture in there, and the light shut off suddenly. And they screamed, of course, because it was very sudden and kind of spooky, and they thought I was trying to, kind of mess with them. But the light switch is in there with them. And so that was not me, and unless I'm a little teapot at it, like it was something else turning off the light, maybe trying to get them out of the elevator at that point. So for our Nightly Spirits tour, the guests come in a little early, they get a drink, and then they hear at each subsequent location, they hear the stories. There is sometimes a featured cocktail, and they get a chance to explore the interesting bar or drinking location that we're in. I did have somebody in this location that we're in now. She seemed to have a really strong paranormal connection with several spirits that she heard in here, and spent most of the time in the corner over there sort of talking to the spirits. And so I found that very unsettling for myself because I've not had any experiences in here, but she was like, oh yeah, there's a little girl over there and this and that, and her name is this and that. And I of course tried to do some research after that, but that was very interesting that, she was talking to the refrigerator, but that's what she was talking to. So Nightly Spirits is currently in 18 cities nationwide, and they have plans for expansion. They're looking to open tours in Salem, St. Augustine, as well as a couple other locations, San Diego, I believe, and They also are looking to, we have in development a true crime cocktail hour that will be debuting in both New Orleans and Houston tentatively in the next couple months. So I think my hope for the future of the job that I work in is just a chance personally to get to connect with more people and to keep telling people about the history here in Houston, but also the chance for me to go and experience our tours in other cities.
The Nightly Spirits Ghost Tours are sure to give you a hauntingly good time, whether that's with the spirits from the great beyond or the spirits from the top shelves. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Exploring the Lone Star State.